Wednesday, August 15, 2018. Completed a law enforcement support packet for Christopher Watts' girlfriend, Nicole Kessinger. Colorado Bureau of Investigation CBI investigative analyst Gillian Ganley created a law enforcement support packet for Nicole Kessinger. Kessinger is the girlfriend of Chris Watts. The support packet was created so CBI agents, Frederick PD detectives, and FBI agents could locate and attempt to interview her. I researched criminal and public data sources to determine current address of subject, current contact information, employment history, and criminal history. I completed searches in CCIC, NCIC, TLO, Clear, Lumen, Stext, CO Courts, Facebook, and Instagram. The information found was forwarded to AIC Kirby Lewis, FBI analyst Liz Dawson, and CBI agent Kevin Kobach, and was further disseminated from there. Law Enforcement Support Packet, LPR search for Kessinger's vehicle, Kessinger's phone records received from Verizon Wireless on an exigency request. This again proves the police knew about Kessinger before she contacted them. 12:30 a.m., Officer Perez said. On the 14th of August, 2018 at approximately 11 p.m., Sergeant Bakes called me to come back to work and watch the house. At approximately 12:30 a.m. I arrived at 2825 Saratoga Trail and parked in front of the house. I was advised to stay watching the house and only document if anyone arrives at the house. I was advised that Christopher was spending the night at a friend's house. No one arrived at the house all morning. At 6 a.m. I was relieved from my position by Detective Baumhover. 12:30 a.m., Chris said he went to bed around this time while staying at the Thayer's house. 5 a.m., Chris in interview said he woke up about this time. 5:14 a.m., Sandra Rousset called the police station. Shanann's mother requesting a call. 5:41 a.m., Kessinger called Dwayne Lee Kessinger, her father, and held a 2-minute conversation, her phone registered in Thornton.
And at this point, I was like, I'm in a very messy situation with this man, and I don't know what to do. And so I called my dad, because he's like the only person that I trust with everything in the whole world, and I was just like, I have a problem. And I told him everything, and then I was like, we just discussed it, and it was like, we need to go to the cops, definitely, because I figured you guys would find me eventually, but I was like, I feel like they need to speak to me. I feel like I'm a very important person for you guys to communicate with.
6 a.m., on the 15th of August, 2018, FBI Supervisory Special Agent, SSA, Todd Sandstedt requested Writer respond to 2825 Saratoga Trail, Frederick, to assist investigators with an Internet Service Provider, ISP, router. 6 a.m., Officer Steve Wallier said. On August 15, 2018 at 6 a.m., I reported to 2825 Saratoga Trail in order to process what I was informed was a consensual search of the scene for clues to missing persons that I was informed resided there. I am assigned as field evidence technician for this agency. 6 a.m., a Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, crime scene analyst, CSA, D. Yoakum was contacted by CBI crime scene manager, CSM, D. Maloney and requested to respond to 2825 Saratoga Trail in Frederick at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, August 15, to assist with the processing of a residence in which 3 family members had been reported missing by their family and friends. 6 a.m., Nicole Atkinson finished work. 6:10 a.m., Barbara Kivett, Kessinger's mom, called Kessinger and held a 23-minute conversation. Kessinger's phone registered in Thornton. 6:13 a.m., Nicole Atkinson leaves work. 6:22 a.m., police access admin user login to view logs on the home router. 6:51 a.m., Deanna Roberts called the police station. RP is psychic and says the missing woman is speaking to her. RP believes she is deceased, but is positive that the girls are still alive. RP asked if a recycle-type plant is close to the house, said the woman used the word recycle is being said over and over, getting images of a open field possibly behind the woman's home. Also seeing blue barrels 55-gallon drums. Also seeing 2 males in overalls, unknown what type. Contact RP by phone if needed. 6:56 a.m., Sandra Rusek called the police station. Sandra Rusek saying she is the mother of Shanann. Sandra lives in North Carolina and wants some answers now from an officer. RP said she even called the FBI this morning. 7:11 a.m., Kessinger called her dad Dwayne Lee Kessinger and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Thornton. 7:30 a.m., Chris in interview said he had a protein shake. 7:45 a.m., Chris texted Addie Maloney saying, "Me too." 7:47 a.m., Chris texted his father Ronnie Watts saying, "Text me when you land. I can pick you up." 8 a.m., Agent Tammy Lee, CBI, received a phone call from Anadarko Regional Security Manager, Tony Husky. Husky advised he had reviewed Chris's computer network traffic and it was possible Chris had started a relationship with an Anadarko contracted employee. Husky advised he located emails between Chris and the contracted employee, who he identified as Nicole Nikki Kessinger. 8:07 a.m., analyst Gillian Ganley said, "I received information from CBI agent Stacey Galbraith that Chris Watts possibly had a girlfriend Nikki Kessinger. While at the command post on the 15th of August, 2018 I received a cell phone return from Verizon Wireless for Nicole Kessinger. Agent Kevin Hoyland and I agreed that I would analyze the document for any relevant content, while he would analyze the phone tolls. I highlighted the document to illustrate any contact between Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts." 9:03 a.m., FBI Graham Coder sent a message to Chris saying, "Hey Chris. It's Graham from last night, just checking in. Will you call me back?" Chris called him back 3 minutes later. Between 9:15 a.m. to 9:20 a.m. Ronnie Watts arrived at Denver International Airport. 9:30 a.m., Chris left Nick and Amanda Thayers around 9:30 a.m. to pick his dad up from the airport. 9:34 a.m., Addie Maloney's phone interview starts. 9:37 a.m., Chris told FBI Graham Coder that his father just landed, and he was en route to pick him up. 9:49 a.m., Nicole Kessinger called the Frederick Police Department and held a 3-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Thornton. 9:52 a.m., Nicole Kessinger called the Frederick Police Department again and held a further 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Thornton. 10:13 a.m., Chris told Graham Coder that he just picked up his dad. On the drive back, Chris told his dad about the cadaver dogs, that the police were at the house using black lights looking for blood and stuff like that. He told him the interrogation the previous night was very long. 10:21 a.m., Addie Maloney's phone interview ends. 10:27 a.m., FBI Graham Coder told Watts, "Swing on by the police department when you get a chance. We'll make a game plan for today." Chris answered a short call from Graham Coder a minute later. 10:28 a.m., Karen Epps, friend of Shanann, phone interview starts. 10:30 a.m., phone interview with Christina Meacham starts. 10:45 a.m., CBI cleared the scene on Saratoga Trail at 10:45 a.m. on August 15, 2018. No evidence was collected by CBI. 10:50 a.m., Karen Epps' phone interview ended. 10:50 a.m., Cassandra Cassie Rosenberg's phone interview starts. 10:53 a.m., Chris resumed his interview with FBI and CBI. 11 a.m., polygraph and interview with Christopher Watts.
Thanks. I'm going to have a seat right here, Chris.
Sit on this?
Yep, I know. I'll explain what that is here in a little bit, but you don't have to worry. It's not on or anything right now. It's not gonna buzz you or anything.
I've never done this before.
I know. A lot of people haven't had polygraphs before. It's not like a normal thing that people go through. A lot of people, like obviously in law enforcement and places like that, they have to go through polygraphs for their job. But other than that, most people never take a polygraph in their entire life. So.
Yes, I have like no idea like what to expect, honestly.
Yeah.
11:07 a.m. Chris's father Ronnie Watts was interviewed at the Frederick Police Department.
So how you doing? Just like everyone's stressed out and stuff. I totally understand. I didn't understand what happened or
11:15 a.m., phone interview with Christina Meacham ended. 11:29 a.m., Chris gets a ding on his work phone while talking with Tammy Lee.
My dad, he was a disciplinarian.
He was?
Yeah.
What kind of discipline did you guys have in the home?
Just, I mean, it wasn't like physical or anything like that. It was just, like, just verbal, like, this is what you need to do. And just follow that. Like, if my dad ever raised his voice, I knew that was like, that wasn't a work phone, sorry.
Oh, okay, I was like,
Whoa, forgot about that.
you're doing kind of now, I'm not in the middle of the test. No, you're good.
11:35 a.m., phone interview with Cindy DeRossett starts. 11:38 a.m., Nicole Kessinger called the Frederick Police Department and held a 6-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Thornton. 11:45 a.m., police follow up on Shanann's missed doctor appointment. 12 p.m., phone interview with Cindy DeRossett ended. 12 p.m., Cassandra Cassie Rosenberg's phone interview ended. 12:08 p.m., Kelly Burke text Chris saying, "Hi, how are you holding up?" No reply. 12:20 p.m., police follow up at Primrose School of Erie at Vista Ridge. 12:38 p.m., Mark Ilera, FBI called Kessinger and held a 6-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Westminster, Colorado. 12:52 p.m., Dwayne Lee Kessinger, Kessinger's father, called Kessinger and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Kessinger has gone from her home in North Glen to Westminster and she is now in Wheat Ridge. 1:15 p.m., police interview with David Colan starts. 1:45 p.m., police interview with David Colan ended. 1:57 p.m., Mark Ilera, FBI called Kessinger and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge. 1:58 p.m., Mark Ilera, FBI called Kessinger and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge. 1:58 p.m., Kessinger called Mark Ilera, FBI, and held a 2-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge. 2 p.m., Kessinger called Mark Ilera, FBI, and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge. 2 p.m., on August 15, 2018 at approximately 2 p.m., Commander Borders, and myself, Corporal DeWitt, met with Agent Matt Saylor and Agent Greg Zentner from the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, and a representative from Anadarko, Luke Eppel, at the Love's Truck Stop in Hudson, Colorado. We were requested by Commander Dave Egan, with the Frederick Police Department, to assist in searching the area around an oil well site with our small unmanned aerial system. Upon arrival at the well site, Commander Borders and Detective DeWitt deployed an unmanned aerial system drone to survey the well site at approximately 15:27 p.m. 2:27 p.m., Leonard King, ex-husband of Shanann, phone interview started. 2:48 p.m., Leonard King phone interview ended. 2:30 p.m., after discussions and a pre-test with Chris, the actual polygraph test begins at 2:30 p.m.
The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
Yes. No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. feel? Same with all of it?
I think it was the same through everything.
For you?
It's kind of hard to relax.
I
honestly.
know, I get it.
At 3:27 p.m. an aerial drone is deployed at Survey 319 to survey the well site. At 3:43 p.m., Kessinger called Mark Gilera, FBI, and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone registered in Wheat Ridge. 3:44 p.m., Kessinger called Mark Gilera, FBI, and held a 1-minute conversation. She is still in Wheat Ridge. 3:45 p.m., Mark Gilera, FBI called Kessinger and held a 2-minute conversation. Still in Wheat Ridge. 3:50 p.m., Cody Roberts police interview starts. At 4 p.m., Officer Brad Davies said, "On the 15th of August, 18 between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. I stood at Aggregate Boulevard and Billings Avenue, one of the entrances to the Wyndham Hill subdivision. I made contact with vehicles and pedestrians entering or leaving the subdivision. I handed out flyers with information regarding this case and asked people if they had any information they thought might be relevant to this case. I asked each person I contacted if they had security cameras on their homes. I requested they contact Frederick Police if they have any video footage of vehicles or people in the neighborhood the morning Shanann, Bella, and Celeste went missing." At 4 p.m., directly after his polygraph agent Tammy Lee tells Chris, "It was completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, but I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test." Chris said, "I did not lie to you during that polygraph, I promise." Graham Coder said, "Chris, just stop, it's time."
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay, so now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
Chris, stop. It's time. Just
I'm-
stop for a minute. Take a deep breath.
At 4:15 p.m., at approximately 4:15 p.m. investigators conducting the drone search at Survey 319 spotted a bed sheet in the field near the tank battery. The sheet matched the pattern of several pillowcases and a top sheet recovered from a kitchen trash can from the Watts' residence early that day. That search was conducted with prior consent provided by Chris. The drone search also revealed fresh movement of dirt consistent with a clandestine grave near the oil tanks. At 4:17 p.m., Binion Survey, owner of Survey Ranch, was contacted by phone at approximately 4:17 p.m. and provided consent to search the property and collect evidence. At 4:30 p.m., a Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, crime scene analyst, CSA, D. Yoakum was notified at 4:30 p.m. on August 15 by CSM Maloney to respond to a remote location in Roggan, Colorado to process the scene where the missing persons had been allegedly taken to and disposed of. At 4:30 p.m., Cody Roberts' interview ended. At 4:43 p.m., Chris's dad comes into the interview room. Chris comments on the polygraph saying, "Failed it, they're not going to let me go. They know I had an affair, they know. I came clean about that."
I know. Tell us how long you think, or?
4 years. 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 4
motions?
It's, so I mean, they're not gonna let me go.
Is there any reason why they shouldn't?
They know I had an affair. And they know. I can't complain about that.
They know you had an affair.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you wanna tell me, what's going on, or what happened, or anything, or you know anything about?
When we had that conversation that morning, it was, you know, it was emotional, it was, told her about separation and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
What happened after that?
I mean, I went downstairs and I don't want to protect her.
What?
I don't want to protect her.
You don't wanna protect her?
I don't know what else to say.
What happened? Huh? She hurt him?
Yeah. And then I freaked out.
What now?
I freaked out and I hurt her.
You hurt her? Did they leave after that, or what happened? So she started hurting kids?
They were,
Talk to me, Chris, what happened? What?
you know,
She smothered him? Or choked him? No.
I didn't hear anything. When I was downstairs, I came back up and they were gone. I don't know, like me talking to her about that. Talking to her about separation and everything, about, like,
And she lost it.
I don't know, like, what else to say, like, 'cause I freaked out. I had to say those are my kids.
So she, it's not that one time, you were leaving this and go to work.
Mhm.
And she freaked out over the separation and everything.
Like, it was, she laid back down, but that's when I went downstairs, but I heard like a little commotion upstairs, but I didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm. And then you went back upstairs and she was,
Never, I could see, like, she was on top of me.
what, choking her, or? Did she kill her?
They were blue.
Both of them?
Yeah.
She choked both of them to death.
I freaked out at the same thing.
At 4:57 p.m., Chris confesses to law enforcement.
Freaked out. I ran in there and got on top of her.
What'd you do?
She's blue. Those are my babies. Those are my kids.
Shanann?
5:37 p.m., Dwayne Lee Kessinger, Kessinger's dad, called Kessinger and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone still registers in Wheat Ridge. At 5:37 p.m., Kessinger meets FBI agents at the park with her dad Dwayne Lee Kessinger and her dog.
I met Chris at work. He's not like one of my direct coworkers. He just like works kind of in passing in the same office building as me. I met him, I don't know, probably around the beginning of June, maybe before that. And we kind of talked in passing and then started to get to know each other. We started hanging out pretty frequently around, I want to say like the last week of June, somewhere around there. And have continued to talk until then. He informed me that he did have 2 kids. I knew that he had 2 daughters. He also told me that he was currently in the process of a separation from his wife. And so, are there mosquitoes? That he was in the process of a separation from his wife, and as far as I knew, that was becoming pretty finalized. And then Monday afternoon, he told me that she was like gone and he didn't know where she was. And at that point, I don't think that it set off any alarms in my head, just because, I mean, I have friends that I text, and if I don't hear from them for like 3 hours or 6 hours or even like a couple days, I don't feel concerned about where they're at because it's kind of a standard thing for me. But then she didn't come home that night. I was like, okay, well, maybe she'll come back. And I was kind of under the impression, since they're separating, that maybe she decided to take the kids. Maybe she decided to just leave for a few days. I don't know. I was just, I felt like maybe she was just trying to get some space. And I figured maybe that was why she left her stuff there, to just get some quiet. And then yesterday rolled around and she's still not around. And that started to seem really concerning for me, that people still don't know where she is. And they don't know where those little girls are. And, at that point, I was like, you know what? I hope something did not happen to her and did not happen to her children. And that was when I decided that it's probably a good idea to just come talk to you guys and just let you know that I've been spending time with Chris. And that's as far as this got. So that's it.
At 5:52 p.m., Chris wrote the letters S, B, and C on an aerial map of Survey 319, marking the spots where Shanann, Bella, and Celeste could be found.
I think we have a picture of, is it Survey 319? I think we have a picture. Kind of walk you through that. I'm sure you have a ton of questions for us about, how your night, month, and weekend's going to look. So Tammy, I was just telling him, I wanted to show him that picture.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk a little bit about how the rest of the night's going to go.
That looks familiar to you? What is that?
It's the BRC Survey 319.
Okay. Whereabouts is Shanann and the girls?
How old is this picture?
Today.
That's today.
Okay, can you mark it for me? Thanks. I think it's the paper, so just give me a... Is that S for Shanann? Okay, and where are the girls at?
Here.
In these?
Mm-hmm.
So which one is, do you know which one?
Are they in the tanks? Can somebody who doesn't know what they're doing open those? Okay, it's easy to open
What's
them.
in the tanks?
It's a mixture of oil and water.
6:20 p.m., a Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, crime scene analyst, CSA, D. Yoakum. Upon arriving at the Anadarko well site property in Roggan, at 6:20 p.m. on Wednesday, August 15, 2018, several members of the Frederick and Firestone police departments were on scene. CBI agent investigators M. Saylor and G. Zentner were present along with several employees of the Anadarko Company. I learned that CBI and FPD investigators had utilized the GPS tracking system within Chris Watts's work truck to identify the routes he had taken the morning the victims had been reported missing. GPS tracking identified the truck driven by Chris to have traveled to the well site we were currently at. 6:30 p.m., Sergeant Bake said. At approximately 6:30 p.m., I was asked by Commander Egan to drive Chris Watts's Lexus vehicle to the back of the police department from the front on 5th Street and coordinate with Chris's father to retrieve his bag from the vehicle and then get him a ride to a hotel. Commander Egan also advised me that I would need to seize the vehicle and have it towed by Brad's Towing. 6:34 p.m., Sandra Rusek, Shanann's mom, called the police station. Mother of missing, Sandra Rusek would like an update on what is going on. Stated it's been 6 hours since she last heard anything. 6:37 p.m., Kelly Burke texted Chris saying, "Hello?" No reply. 7 p.m., Kessinger called her mom Barbara Kivett and held a 1-minute conversation. Her phone now registers in Arvada. 7:54 p.m., and Meadows' phone interview starts. 8 p.m., CSM Maloney and forensic scientist Schroeder arrived at Survey 319 to assist with processing the scene at approximately 8 p.m. 8:15 p.m., Officer M. James said. On the 15th of August, 2018 at approximately 8:15 p.m., I transported Chris Watts's father, Ronnie, from the Frederick Police Department to area hotels near Firestone Boulevard and the East I-25 frontage road. Before leaving, Ronnie collected his duffel bag from the back of the white Lexus SUV. There were other items in the trunk of the SUV and he advised the bag was the only item that was his. Ronnie went inside 3 hotels in the area, 2 of which he said did not have any vacancies. He advised me he was going to stay at Comfort Suites located at 11292, Business Park Circle, Firestone.
Where's your bag at? In the back? Like back here. There's another button there you gotta push and hold for it open. Is that all your stuff? No, this is mine. That's all I have. Okay, that's all I have. You don't want to follow up with the PD. So I'll just have you sit in the back there, sir. And then, go. It's kind of goofy. Your seatbelt's on the left-hand side there. No, it's your seatbelt's right there. You all right? Yep. Dispatch Frederick 980. Be giving a courtesy ride to one adult male to the area East Frontage and Firestone Boulevard. I'll advise location when we arrive. and then there's another one over there. So if you want to go, I'll let you out and you can go in and you don't want me to wait for you? Okay, let me get out and let you out. I can grab that for you. All right. Okay. If you want, I can get on the phone and call Comfort Suites and see if they have vacancy. Yeah, do you guys have any vacancies? Okay. Okay. She's helping someone at the desk. We might as well drive there. What's that? Okay.
"8:30 p.m., and Meadows' phone interview ended. 8:35 p.m., Kessinger called her mom Barbara Kivett and held a 17-minute conversation. Her phone now registers in Denver. Is she staying at Jim Gutowski's house? She told Chris she was going to stay with Jim till this was done. 8:41 p.m., Sandra Rusek called the police station. Sandra Rusek calling in, no one called her back, has been 3 hours, would like officer contact by phone. Wants to know what is going on. 8:50 p.m., Officer Goodman said. On Wednesday, August 15, 2018, at approximately 8:50 p.m., as requested by Sergeant Bakes, I secured the doors, rear hatch, fuel door, and hood of a white in color Lexus SUV, bearing Colorado license plate 528ZJV. The vehicle was a vehicle of interest in this active investigation, and I was further requested to have the vehicle towed and impounded by Brad's Towing, in their secured inside vehicle storage. "9:57 p.m., Frank Rusek called the police station. Frank Rusek, he is the father to Shanann and wants a call ref why the house is taped off. He is calling from out of state and was advised of this by a neighbor that lives in the area. 10:05 p.m., Officer M. James said. At approximately 10:05 p.m., I took photos of Chris while he was in the interview room at the Frederick Police Department. The photos I took were of him with his shirt off, his hands, head, neck, and face. There was a red mark on the left side of his neck that he identified as being a mosquito bite. There was also a red mark on the front of his neck. I did not observe any other obvious signs of injury to Chris's body.
Okay. Close-up, show the hands like this.
Yeah.
And then flipped over. Yeah, there's close-ups of his arms and chest and stuff.
Can you put your hands down? And turn around for me again. Okay, turn and face this wall, please. And face me.
Seems like a mosquito bite or something like that. Oh, okay.
And then face out like this. I'm just going to take one of your face, okay? And then can you tilt your head down for me? And then hike up your,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead and hike up your shorts a little bit.
Maybe kind of put them down just a little bit. There you go. Kind of shadowy.
Okay, and then turn around for me. Okay, and put your shorts down.
Good.
Yep, you can put your shirt back on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ten 12 p.m., Officer Steve Wallier said. At approximately 10:12 p.m., I reported back to the scene to execute a search warrant. Items collected from the search were logged into evidence. A copy of the search warrant was left on the kitchen island along with an inventory list.
How do you spell that name?
I think they had a CC, P-E-C-E, as her nickname. I don't know.
That'll be good enough.
Okay. We get the truck out of here. Anybody else show up? There's a few news crews out there. I saw 4 cameras. 4. So yeah, somebody else showed up.
Yeah, so where are they? Where's the one?
Bella's this one right up here. Bella and this is the Mess with that. That was the fan.
This is motion on here. This is what we gotta be real careful about. I had to take a lot of pictures of his perspective. Brad's on scene.
Can you go out and make sure that truck gets loaded up correctly? Okay. We don't have the keys that I'm aware of. So okay. It's just gonna you sealed it, right? Okay. Yeah, if you, I don't want to leave her because I'll stand up here. Okay. So you can handle that real quick. Yep. Go back in there. Go back in there. Well, I'll tell you when you're done. Keep going. Hold on and keep switching. Okay, now the other one. Okay.
Part 18, coming soon.